What's up? It is time for episode 48 of the No Consolation podcast.
It's Manatee fucking day. I'm a manatee right now.
I'm ending.
It was Manatee Day.
It was Manatee Day. And once again, we messed up. Didn't do anything special, but we do something special every weekend with SPL. Rest in peace, Patty Doyle.
RP. Look out.
He's my profile picture in GroupMe right now. Repping the boy. But you've already heard the voices. We got the C-suite here. Colin, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Nice. Yeah.
Sad to have not been in person this or on the call this week, but it was fun to watch the VOD.
Yeah, no, I'll be interested to pick your brain a little bit just because didn't get to hear your live reactions. I know you're probably excited about your team. Certainly on better pace than season 2 now. I feel like it took probably until like week 8 when you broke 6 points.
Yeah. I always had faith.
Yeah, always have faith. Man, what a throwback. You know, we got the 7:00 pod start. I remember back in the day. When Hamilton would be texting me about needing to start by 7 because he needed to be tucked in by 8. MLT, how you doing, buddy?
Doing just stupendous. Would love if some people would text me back about trades because trade deadline is looming, and my team is sucking. But maybe, just maybe, we can pull something out of the water.
I feel like Bowser stocks are kind of low this season. There aren't a lot of people biting on it right now.
I'm more just like straight up not getting responses.
Nice.
I think I've reached out to 1, 2, 3 of the other captains in MLS. I've got a hunch that Little Shop is not going to give me a captain that I want.
Probably not.
So, from there, it's just a matter of, yeah. There's one
I don't
less.
think you're prying Yoshi off of Jacob.
Yep. And so I reached out to the other 3, and one of them has answered.
The fanboys maybe not the most responsive.
Yeah. But we're trying to negotiate something that I think might change stocks for everybody.
Trying to pull an Eric trade to shake up the league.
Yeah.
What's the deadline? Is it after week 7?
I thought we said after week 8.
After week 8, with only 2 weeks left. It's probably in the white paper.
Probably. I feel like after week 8 is good. Like I don't mind trades up until then. I mainly think it's for the postseason.
Yeah.
Because if you do it, well, after week 8 is just 2 weeks left, right?
Yeah, weeks 9 and 10. It's just kind of fun to have a deadline because you might have some chaos.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to have it earlier, Colin?
Trades must be finalized before week 9 roster submissions.
So
it's after week 8.
Post week 8. I'm cool to keep it like that unless anyone wants to change it.
Works for me.
All right, great. Well, let's get into the action. First game of the week in MLS, we had the Fort Minor fanboys versus Lil Shop. This was the second straight week of wheeling for Fort Minor fanboys. They have not submitted a roster in 2 full weeks, and boy, are my Fort Minor stocks low. I have not heard a peep from their camp. They've been silent in the Discord since the romantic relationship allegations. Colin, what are your vibes on this team?
I don't know. I haven't seen any member of this team in a couple weeks, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
The team, that's the vibes of the coaches. The team, I don't know. Obviously tough. Honestly, the roster they put out this week isn't bad, but with no map picks, that's always going to hurt. And then Tanya's kind of steamrolling everyone. So tough draw there, but they can still win some games. I think they're sitting in fourth right now. Wouldn't be shocked if they finish there.
Hamilton, is there any part of you that I know obviously you were frustrated by, not being able to emulate Danny's success. Is there any part of you that sits in pain watching this Tanya team steamroll with a power captain and double DB?
Not necessarily from that, no. I mean, I sit in pain just knowing that Tanya had a great draft, and I feel like I threw away my entire draft in the first like 3 picks. Um, and after that, it's just a matter of me having to sit here and go, dang, I messed up my draft, and I want to restart the season, but that doesn't happen for some time. So I will congratulate Tanya on her promotion to what would have been SPL because I don't see a world where she would not go up. So, now she's not going to win it outright. I mean, I want to be clear about that. My team is still coming back with vengeance. I want to be clear about where I stand, but I think that she'll get second, and get that promotion that way.
Are you willing to seed the regular season yet, or is
it's still up in the air?
So
it's not mathematically out.
We've got 4 points. That's only 11 less than Little Shop, so it's doable. Okay, we're only halfway through the season. I only need 4 points in the second half to mathematically eliminate me.
Yeah.
I don't see a world where Tanya gets 4 points in the second half of the season.
She could lose all 5 weeks and still eliminate you.
I don't see a world where God Lord. We are in a hole.
You're just getting psyched up for the lower bracket run. We all see it. We all see it. It's not just you. But this was a pretty comfortable win for Tanya. Got it done in 2. I don't understand because I feel like the law of averages, like the Fort Minor fanboys, just having a good captain every week should work better than it is. I feel like this is like very much validating the importance of map picks. So I'm kind of glad that we've gotten this experiment in week 5 because it doesn't look good. I hope, if they don't lock in this season, I hope they lock in next season because I don't want to watch this week after week. But next game, speaking of something I don't want to watch week after week, it's Danny's team. My God. I mean, this is probably his best possible lineup, and I can't ever see a week where Danny is favored. But Fredchester United able to get it done in 2, I believe. Colin, you've been a Fredchester believer for a while now. How do you think their camp's feeling after 3 on the bounce?
I mean, pretty good. In their last 4 weeks, they've picked up 13 points. Like, you can't, or that can't be right. They only have 10 points. In the last 4 weeks, they picked up 10 points. I can do math. I mean, that's big. It's 3 straight wins. They, second half Fred is incoming now, and he's only 5 points out of first. Watch out, Tanya.
Interesting. Freddie played Tanya in week 1 and Jacob in week 2. So those losses look much better with the power of hindsight. But I think the question is, MLS, you are strictly playing for either winning the regular season or winning the playoffs. I know Colin has belief in that. Hamilton, do you believe in Freddie's team to make that run?
Ignoring, obviously, yourself winning. If you weren't in the tournament, would you believe in Freddie winning?
Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification. It's important. First and foremost, I am winning. Second, though, if I'm not in the tournament for some weird reason, I do think that Freddie has the ability to make a run from deep, or even get into the top 2 spot and make a run from there. But he's got 2 captains that can play, which I think matters. I'm not going to say that Luigi is as good as PD or Wario or Donkey Kong. I personally don't believe that. I think, of course, Bowser and Peach are the best captains. But I think that he can play both captains and get a win. I don't think it'll be easy, but I think it's doable.
One cool thing coming up is that Jacob and Freddie play each other in Week 10, which is awesome, just with the way that things have shaked out. So once again, Colin, I was gonna say the script writers, like, you know how like a lot of the times people use that as like a joke. It's just Colin. He is writing our script.
It's the wheel. It's the wheel. The wheel is the script writer.
So I am really excited for that, because that could, potentially be season defining. I also think, we'll talk more about this as we get later in the season, but the fact that Freddie, like you guys are saying, has two good captains and neither of Tanya or Jacob does, really could bode well for him. He's like the only consistency build that doesn't suck. But rip Danny, man. SPL reference is not going to be kind to him if he finishes in 12th. Last series of the week for MLS was Suf Benoit versus Come On Mr. Monty. This was an absolute nail-biter of a 2-game series. Jacob has told me that he doesn't like to talk during his games. So he was silent. Hamilton was having mic issues, so he was silent. The rest of us had to fill the void of a true barn burner. What was it like for you, Ham?
I did not know I was silent at this point, so I was actually talking. I thought that the Storm ship was actually like a really sneaky good pick against Yoshi. Not one of his like known bad maps, but like I was like, if the electricity makes it harder for him to get a Mega Strike off, and I think it got him once, and I was really excited about that. And then he still Mega Striked a lot. Like right here, I'm up 3-0. I was feeling pretty good, and then somehow I lose this game. I think 4-3.
4-3.
And it's just one of the like that one.
Yeah, there it is.
I was like, yeah, I did it. That's why we went in here. But somehow in a minute and a half, we still gave up 4. So not entirely certain what happened. I think the same thing happened in the next game on Crystal, except kind of the reverse. Austin called Kunai a trash can, and he scored the equalizing goal, only for us to lose in overtime. But that's not important. It was really sad, honestly, to somehow not come out of this with a point. Felt very.
How did you lose this game? I'm watching this replay. Oh yeah, I remember this now.
Yep, that's how.
Yeah.
And that didn't even make it to OT. And that's back-to-back weeks for you, because I think the week before you played Tanya in a very close series where like the narrative coming afterwards was like, how did you not get a point?
Yeah.
He's lost 4 straight 1-goal games. Actually, hold on. 5 straight 1-goal games.
I was looking at the table, and I am in 5th, and I do have 4 losses and 4 points. But I only have a -6 GD because I'm only losing close games. Unfortunately, losing a close game gets you pretty much nothing. Especially when Tanya has a +19 goal differential. Lord. But I'm hoping the luck will change, but at the same time, it's a game. I can just tell Austin that he's a trash can for calling Kunai a trash can.
How'd that end up for him?
My boy. He still scored.
Not enough. I mean, Colin brought up the point sometime that the results could always flip, and your fortunes could always change. Wow, what the hell? So we'll see what happens down the stretch. But I feel like you have been, well, in the history of SPL, you are definitely the most unlucky manager. And unfortunately, this season has not been a reversal of the fate. I don't think the defecation was the secret to your bad luck. What a hit by Kunai.
Thank you for the respect he deserves.
But finished out with the MLS standings looking like this. We got Lil Shop with the perfect half of the season, 15 points, 5-0. Come on, Mr. Monty with a. If Lil Shop didn't exist, we would be raving over Come on, Mr. Monty, 4-1. 13 points, even getting the 1 point on his only loss. Really good start to the season. Fred Chester on 10 points with his only 2 losses coming against those top 2. So really, really tight race at the top. And then we have a really, really tight race at the bottom too. Fort Minor Fanboys in 4th on 5 points. Suf Benoit in 5th on 4 points. And Spread Triple Option in 6th on 3. Colin, what
Yes.
do you think will be the cutoff for 4th place in the MLS? Because right now, Fort Minor's trending for 10 points.
And I would like to point out, before I give an answer to this question, we are at the halfway point, and that means, as of right now, the schedule has been completely balanced for who everyone has played everyone once. Everyone still has to play everyone one more time. Some teams have played 2 home games, some teams have played 3, but for the most part, it is a completely balanced table. No teams had like extra schedule luck or anything at this point. I mean, I could see Fort Minor. I could see the cutoff being generously 10 points. I think 10 points might get you 4th place.
I think it's 8.
This has to be the worst bottom 3 we've ever seen.
Easily. They're all below me. I'm in 6th place. They all have less points than 6th place in the SPL.
Does anyone want to take a stab at what 4th place was in the SPL last season?
It was
like 12 or 13.
Danny.
Yeah, it was Danny.
It was Danny who could have gotten 1st place going into the last week.
Mm-hmm. 4th place
and probably like 17, 16.
19 points got you 4th place in the SPL last season. Danny went 6-4. Is that even mathematically possible for Hamilton? It is. It is.
Yeah, you can go 6-4.
You can get exactly 19 points, Hamilton.
Like
Danny
I said,
cannot.
No, Danny has already had a worse season than last season, and he's halfway through.
And he got relegated last season.
Bro, it's crazy to think about the world where Danny doesn't lose to Eric. It's crazy to think about because he rested that week in week 10, to play Bowser Jr. instead of Bowser, lost, then proceeded to lose the playout game. Like there's a very real world where he had like a 3rd chip, and now he's in a deeper trash can than Kunai right now, and it does not look good. Hamilton, I'd ask for your feelings on the table, but I already know where you see yourself lying.
Thank you for the respect that I deserve, and boy do I deserve it, because it's 1st.
I think the only thing that is kind of disappointing to me is like our thresholds for like the biggest impact between like being 2 places in our standings, I think is 1st and 2nd for the MLS, obviously. And then 4th, 5th. But like 2nd and 3rd is not that entertaining. So like there's a world
2nd and 3rd matters a lot.
It's big. That's upper bracket, lower bracket.
It's 3rd to 4th. It doesn't matter that much.
That's 3rd, 3rd
yeah.
place guaranteed has to run their backup captain in the playoffs. If they want to make a run. It's a big cutoff.
That's true. I'm just imagining like if you like the bonus of being in the uppers is that you get to lose, but if you lose, then you're gonna have to run your B captain during the playoffs.
Yeah.
But you're obviously playing to win. So no, that's fair. So no matter what, it's gonna be an interesting finish. But we definitely it's not even an exercise to make a tier list right now. Um,
That's the tier list.
that's the tier list. Yeah, I do think I'd probably put Tanya in S. Um, I feel like
Yeah.
you got to be in your own tier
I
when you've
mean,
gone 5-0.
most goals for, least goals against.
Yeah. Interesting that Jacobs matched her though, but 14 goals. The difference between 24 and 38 goals allowed. Crazy season for Tanya. But for the SPL, finally got some good news for Colin in back-to-back weeks, right? Or was it the week before that you won?
No.
Okay.
No, week before.
Yeah.
But good win for the boys here. I mean, we're sitting. If we could have gotten a couple points out of our losses, we'd be chilling. Everyone in the SPL is either 3-2 or 2-3. It's pretty tight. It was good to get this win here. I would have loved to get it in 2. Could have saved some fitness, but uh, you know, Warriors got the job done. Austin's slowing down for something. I'm not entirely sure what.
All right. Everyone turn video on. Critter is dead.
We're gonna hit him.
Critter is physically dead. There is only one critter length of the goal that is taken. Thor can put it anywhere. Where does he hit it? Right at Critter's face.
Put him on Mount Rushmore.
And yeah, and you're telling me,
There was a lot of Thor slander during the broadcast. For someone who's, I feel like no positive points of Thor were brought up.
We tried.
Hilton did try over text. All right. Well, bonus segment Mount Rushmore. But
Thor most sidekick games played all time. Just saying.
Wow, great stat. But I feel like this was, a good result for both you and for Garrett. I feel like Garrett was pretty happy to just at least walk around without a point. And I mean, you also got a win while resting your dry bones, which is huge. I'm petrified of Colin right now. I'm petrified of the whole SPL, to be honest. It's
SPL scary.
It's rough. Next series was Eric Spellcasters versus my Red Scare. A real close one. Came back from, I think, 3-0 down. Shut up, Siri. And I really felt like the entire series rested on the balance of this overtime. It was long too. I hadn't actually checked the timer, but it was a tense game. What are we looking at here?
It was over a minute.
Yeah, 2-minute overtime. And then got a confident win in game 2, but the pool between Mario and Bowser Jr. was bad. So I was happy to get a point, but obviously well played by Eric. I think he's I was hitting him with the glaze meta, but I think that Eric actually, in strange ways is innovating differently to anyone else. He's the only person. I wouldn't be surprised if other people pick it up, but he's been running top mid dry bones for a season and a half, and the stats are absurd. He's been running defensive hammer bro, and the stats are absurd.
That didn't work in the other way.
in a different way. So I do think, for all his criticism, he deserves some credit. I think if I had a dry bones, I might toss him up there. Hamilton, as someone else who doesn't have to live in that thought experiment, do you see true validity in it?
I mean, I think that there is a valid argument in putting your best player in the top mid spot. That being said, my Birdo has how many goals did we talk about?
17. We got to talk about this Birdo at some point. When All Stars come around, that Birdo's going to be winning.
That Birdo.
And I will point out that Birdo plays top mid for me. So I think are you playing the same person top mid consistently?
I would
And
like
if
to point
so,
out on this season, top mids have scored 129 goals. Bottom mids have scored 57.
yeah. So I think it is more. I think that Eric is excited because his dry bones is doing well in top mid. And I'm not disagreeing that his dry bones is doing well in top mid. But I would argue that any of his players would do well in top mid. And dry bones might actually do better in other positions. Like if you look at the sidekick win rate by position data, dry bones does well in any position. But Monty Bull, I think, skyrockets from bottom mid to top mid. Um,
Yeah.
which is worth. So I'm not once again I'm not gonna sit here and say like Eric's an idiot for putting his dry bones in top mid. His dry bones is absolutely popping off. But I am also gonna ask the question is of would anybody pop off in top mid?
Like
Because it seems like
I
that's
would
the
say
case.
pretty definitively, not as much as his dry bones have. I mean, Eastwood last season had the highest goals per game across an entire season we've ever seen from a sidekick, and Willy Bonka is breaking that this season. Um,
How many other players do you know that are consistently getting the start at top mid?
a lot,
There's
a lot. There's, I mean, if you look at like the All Stars, there's like people in our All Star segment who did like 5 or 6 series, which is pretty much like the max a sidekick can play, all at top mid. I do think that like I pretty strongly disagree that if you put anyone there, that they would be able to put up the numbers. I mean, I intentionally play the same sidekick at top mid just so they can beef their stats and be an all star, and they're not even close.
I know I play Thor up top a lot, or top mid a lot. Dave puts Kate at top mid a lot. Like, a lot of people run. It's just anecdotally, but a lot of people I feel run similar sidekicks up top or top mid consistently.
I do think your point's very valid. Where there might be other people who might get more like change in value from that. I don't want to negate that, but I will say like we have never seen us like sidekicks pop off as much in terms of goals per game, as Eric's dry bones the past 2 seasons, and I was terrified every time Eastwood touched the ball. Last series of the week, I'm realizing that I wrote Reed's name as Red Hot Chili Strikers. My bad. We have Eastwood's Island versus Red Hot Chili Strikers. Huge upset win for Reed. Hamilton, did you hear anything from the boys other than what they were putting in the group chat?
I did not.
Yeah. That's
That's all I got.
that's fair. They absolutely pulled this out of nowhere, and I don't when I had to put in the positioning for this team, it was like I think it's Boo top mid, Shy Guy bottom mid, Monty at defense. Um, I felt very strange because it's like completely counterintuitive to sort of like the meta that's developed. Um, but if you kind of look at the player stats, it's what makes the most sense. Colin, do you feel like we're kind of at the spot where like there's sort of like a meta and like valid counter metas that could develop?
Sorry, what was the first? I heard the end of the question. What was the first part of the question?
So like Reed's team, I think partially because of the input of Teddy and Charlie, like they're playing sidekicks where their stats make sense rather than kind of like the SPL meta that's developed. And so I'm curious if you think that there's like room for like counter metas by playing sidekicks in weird places.
I think there absolutely is. I did the math one time on how many possible combinations you could have out there across sidekicks, captains, and maps, and it was like 12 billion. Um, so there's so many different, I think, opportunities out there for different metas, different combinations of players and map selections. I think that there's still room to grow, and I love that the bike boys are developing or trying out some new things, and it's really working out for them.
Yeah, one of the probably the biggest upside of the season, just off the top of my head. So major
I really
shouts
wish
out.
they did it in three though.
Hold up, uh, when we watched this live, oh wait, so he got two separate red cards and stole two players with each of them. So that way they were zero on the field. When it happened live, I think we thought that he took all four with one. Wait.
That's just peak did right there.
He rips it into this toad's face, gets an item off the shot, and then immediately takes them both. Um, but well played by Reed, genuinely, as someone who's caught a lot of flack from me in the past. Standings for SPL. I mean, Hamilton, as someone who likes a condensed league, you got to be liking what you see here.
I love condensed SPL. Good for the league. Condensed MLS kind of bad for the league. Condensed SPL very good for the league.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure, like, mathematically, this week had the most optimal results for condensing MLS possible. I mean, SPL possible, which is crazy. But Reed Hot Chili Strikers in first on 11, Eastwoods Island in second on 9, Red Scare in third on 9, Spellcasters in fourth on 9. That's all accurate. Gert and the Rats on 8, Warriors FC on 6. Crazy stuff. Last season's SPL was insanely competitive. This season's looking even worse. Colin, how are you feeling about your chances firing from the sixth position?
I think no, top first place might be a stretch, but I mean playoffs is certainly within reach.
Yeah, I mean, in first place isn't, you're going to play Reed at least one more time. So that's a chance to make up a lot of points. Um, I can't remember who your winner of SPL was. But if you had to guess, who do you think your bottom two teams are at the halfway point?
I think Spellcasters goes down. I think his experiments, while fun, will be the downfall of him. I think it'll be close though.
Mm-hmm.
I will clarify that I think every one of these will be close.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if Dave's team keeps performing like the way Dave's team performed the last 2 weeks, I also could see Dave going down. That's a hell of a shot from second. Dave, I'm looking forward to the comments when you listen to the spot. I think Dave could also easily win it. I will also throw that out there. I mean, he's in second and has good teams. They just haven't been performing the last 2 weeks. Red Scare, Mario 2 is undefeated, so I don't see them going down. Reed just won with Chili, with Diddy, which means that he's got Yoshi the next 2 weeks. That's terrifying in my mind. Gert and the Rats, I think, is 1 point off everyone else, excluding Reed. So I don't really see how that is really that much of a difference. I don't remember what his fitness levels look like, and
He
I'm
played Waluigi
slowly-
this week.
Everyone, the entire league has like full fitness right now.
Yeah. So I think that the next 2 weeks are arguably more important for your chances of staying up and or winning than the final 3 of the season. Because if you lose the next 2 weeks, you have to win the following 3 to stand a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Reed's got he's got a 1 game cushion on Garrett, which would just mean that he could possibly stay in fourth if he loses 2 and wins 3. I think you've got to go 3-2 in the next 5 to stay up at a minimum.
Absolutely. I'm really excited for rivalry week for the exact reason that you said. Obviously, like, the matchups are fun, but that's gonna be so crucial.
I love that we put it week 7. Like it's such a critical like just late enough that it's kind of all on the line at that point.
Yeah.
No, it's shaping up to be a good season. If this ends up being our last year of Pro Rel, I'll be happy with it. We'll save Mount Rushmore. That sounds like an off season pod.
Yeah.
Predboard. Dave and I have kind of broken off a little bit, but you guys are still like both in lockstep, very much in the chase. Pod and pod listeners are up big this season. Shouts out to Dave. But overall, I think a relatively chalk week, meaning that most people's predictions went pretty well. Sorry, Colin. Outside of the reverse absolute guarantee, which is just pain. But we got week 6 coming up, which I have not prepared the schedule for. I forgot that I had been doing that. Apparently, Freddie will be joining us. Let's go. Let's see. So week 6, we're kicking it off with spread triple option versus Suf Benoit. Hamilton, do you want me to go ahead and lock your pick in?
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
2 or 3?
Of course, 3.
3. Respectful. I feel like if you lose whichever one of you lose this series is actually cooked.
Probably.
Are you down to Peach?
No.
He's got everyone.
We both have everyone. Danny does have the win. If Danny beats me here, he's got the head-to-head permanently.
Because he got the Waluigi dub.
Only 7 players across the entire both leagues combined. There's only 7 players who don't have fitness this week.
And Colin and I have the majority of them.
Yeah, me and you each have 2, and then outside of that, there's 3. And a quick hint.
Lots of sweeps this week. I think, Hamilton, you said there's only been 5 game 3s across all of MLS.
Yeah, in 5 weeks.
Well,
and 1 week there was 3.
That was the week. Colin,
am I going?
Yeah, I gave you the out of not having to go first.
I'm gonna take Ham in 3. I'm going. I took Bowser Div last time. Didn't work. Daddy's worse than whoever you played last week. I'm taking Bowser Diff again.
I don't think I'm going to predict Danny all season. I know I did once earlier in the season, but from now on, I don't think I'm predicting Danny. Here's the guarantee that you're so confident that you definitely want Hamilton.
Yes. How'd you guys know?
Yeah, you're so confident. It's only natural. Next series, Lil Shop versus Come On Mr. Monty. Colin, where's your head at for this series?
Oh, this is a big series. They both are fully stocked because both of them got sweeps this week. She's been unstoppable. I can't bet against her, but I think Jacob takes a point. I'm going Lil Shop in 3. I mean, PD double dry bones, Monty, or Boob in there. Boob's been having a great year. I mean, they gotta go with it.
It's crazy because they were on track to, they played each other in week 3. They were on track to rest in week 3 and then rest against each other in week 6. But they both double swept and now have this eligible. So this was not on the cards. You said Lil Shop in 3.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
I think I'm going to follow suit and also go Lil Shop in 3. It'll be very interesting to see what lineups actually get run out. Ham, where's your head at?
I think Lil Shop takes this in two. I I just don't think anyone can stop Lil Shop. Not even slow him down.
I mean, it certainly looks that way. And so are you guys thinking that if Lil Shop wins this, they're just gonna basically this is gonna seal first place?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You're right.
I
You're right.
think
She needs 4 points. She
I
needs four
think
points.
I think if Lil Shop wins this, it probably seals first place. I I mean, it would be an insane season to get 30 points. I think that's still unlikely. But first place could be in the cards with a win here.
Yeah. No, this is where it has to start for Mr. Monty. Um, real quick. Sorry. This is
She'd have Fred with Did in week 7 too. So
real quick gut check. Do you guys think that Tanya is sweeping the regular season and playoffs? Like, do you think that we're actually just not even gonna have a play-in? Because I feel like if she gets first, that's probably the case.
I mean, anything can happen in the playoffs. I mean, if she has a massive lead and can set up the playoffs to like have perfect fitness, I think she could. But if it's even closer, she has to play down to the wire to like secure first. Someone else could come in with a better fitness scenario and knock her off.
You in the same boat, Ham?
I'm not gonna lie, I was negotiating with Freddie. I've got no idea what we're talking about.
Okay. Well, we can move on. Colin gave a good answer. And speaking of Freddie, he's playing against the Fort Minor fanboys. Colin, this has to tear your heart in half.
Um, I'm looking at the fanboys. They haven't really submitted a roster recently. Freddie's been doing his research. If they don't submit a roster and they hit Birdo on the coin flip, I could see them winning. If they hit Shy Guy on the coin flip, I do not see them winning. So I'm gonna go Fred. I'm gonna give the boys a game. And Fred doesn't have Terry, which some could argue is a benefit, just because Terry's one of a kind.
Well, now I'm questioning if we were even looking at the accurate Fred lineup right now. Is
You are.
that the negotiations have fallen through?
They were immediately shut down.
Oh, well, in that case, you said 3, right?
Yeah.
In that case, I will go Fred Chester.
Oh, damn it.
Um, I'll go Fred Chester in 2. I'm not a fanboy. Who's your pick here, Ham?
I like yellow. We're gonna go Fred in two. My logic for two is literally just that there's only one at most non-sweep in MLS this season per week. So if it's in the game one, it can't be in game three.
Full guarantee week. Um, with 1 verse 2, 3 verse 4, and 5 verse 6.
Feels good. Feels good.
Feels great, yeah. I mean, actually, it does. I feel pretty confident in all those picks. um, Colin, you got Reed Hot Chili Strikers versus the Red Scare on the board for SPL.
Ooh. Reed's got everyone. You're missing a Booba and a Monty. You've got Bowser, Hammer Bro, Shy Guy Toad, which isn't bad. I'm gonna give it to Austin here. I know Reed's in first, and I respect Reed, and I think the boys have been doing a great job. I'm just pro condensed SPL, and this condenses SPL more.
Very political. 2 or 3?
Three.
Mr. Game 3 is back.
Yep.
Um, brain or heart? Brain or heart? Brain or heart? I feel like this is a close series, and I can't go into it just believing that I'm going to lose. And that is my reasoning for picking myself in 3. Because what's even the point if I rock up with a solid lineup and I am just folding? And what's your pick?
I'm gonna go the Chili Strikers in 3. Uh,
I'm glad. This didn't deserve to be a sweep. I
yeah.
don't think in either direction. Also, at some point, we got to not pick. We got to have something separate.
Yeah,
Oh shoot, I forgot that I was doing the Preds for everybody.
I'm
It's your
fighting like
call.
I mean, I can do it later. It'll take 2 seconds.
Shut up.
I'm fighting like every urge in my body to flip there, but I'll stick with it. Gert and the Rats versus Spellcasters. Where are you headed, Colin?
He doesn't have Willy Bonka. Give me Gert.
Mm.
Gert and 2. I want to incur all the hate.
He just wants pure venom. When do you guys play each other?
Like week 9, I think.
Yep, week 9. Mark it on your calendar.
I looked it up because he has his like sidekicks or his captains already planned out. So I wanted to see if I could use that to my advantage.
he has made that very public. Not having Willy Bonka is definitely big.
Willy Bonka also scoring a lot.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what we were talking
1.56
about
goals per
earlier?
game. Yeah, I know. But quick stat of the day in the middle of Preds. As of the current standings, 5 of the top 6 sidekicks ever in goals per game in a season are from this season.
That is wild. Dude, I know we were talking about it, but the 17-9 is crazy. Big Egg with, 6 goals in 3 games. Not that crazy. 17-9. That's got to be like the most goals over the largest sample size.
Birdo8 is almost on the goals per game leaderboard, like total, not just the sidekick goals per game leaderboard for all time in a season. It's a decimal point giving season 4 Donkey Kong above her.
Bowser's at 1.56.
Yeah.
Bowser is not mega striking this season, which is painful. Sorry, this is that's a tangent.
I track.
I think if Willy Bonka was on the field, I'd go with Spellcasters. With him not, I think that Garrett has a better non-dry bones team, but I will say it's in 3. I think it'll be close. I think I know where Hamilton's going.
I'm going Great the Rats in 3.
Eastwoods Island versus Warriors FC to finish out the week. It's crazy that like 2 weeks ago, what were you guys separated by? Like 6 points, 9 points?
Something like that.
And now it's just one game.
6 now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, it's 3 points.
Yep, you could catch him with a win.
Unfortunately, I will not be catching him. It's gonna be Dave, our Lord and Savior, the goat of SPL, the king of all metas. Dave's gonna win this one in 3.
What are you going Glaze?
We're trying something new.
Dave's in a weird spot where he wanted to sweep last week so he could run DK.
He can run DK. He got swept. So
He got swept. So he has his DK double dry bones team available. I think SPL is condensing, so I'm going Warriors FC in 3.
He believes in the Birdo Dry Bones Hammer Bro lineup.
I do. Oh boy. I didn't look at that. Oh man. Where are you playing Dry Bones?
Don't worry about it. Dave hasn't submitted a lineup yet, so I can't divulge any information.
Eastwood in 3. Who's your pick here, Ham? You gonna seal the guarantee?
See, like, I want to pick Warriors, but I got a sneaking suspicion because Colin didn't pick himself that we might not see Wario this week. And if that's the case, I don't want to pick him. I'm not asking Colin to comment on it, but I think as a result of that, I'm going to guarantee David, which I don't love doing. Because I don't think this should be a guarantee. But I think I'll go Eastwood's Island in 2.
Yeah, you're saying in 2.
In 2.
We interpreted Colin in very different ways. I thought it was just pure glaze. Lots of yellow on the board. I feel like we haven't seen that in a little while. Let's go week 2.
Y'all got him in.
I lots of yellow on the board that I don't feel confident in.
There doesn't deserve to be this much yellow on the board.
No. But I think despite all the yellow on the board, I think a lot of these are close games that we picked in 3. But we're just kind of in alignment with where the coin might fall. This honestly could be a generational week for anyone who's trying to make up ground on the Pod Boys to just pick the opposite of whatever we did.
Yeah. I could see us all going either 1 for 6 or 0 for 6.
This is like just classic behavior over here.
What do you mean?
Copying my every move.
I win first.
Visually.
I get slandered for picking against everyone. Slandered when people pick with me.
Visually, it looks like I went first, and that's what history will remember when I look back at this.
Been not a great pred season for me, but it's fine.
I mean, you're still above 50.
We got work to do on the field.
as we all do. It's gonna be. I'm really excited for the back half of the season. Like I said, this might be the last time we ever do Pro Rel. Hopefully not. But it's shaking up exciting. Anyone have any parting words of wisdom as we depart into the latter stages?
Quattro Formaggi?